What up, brothers? It's the Clipper King returning, like I promised you. Anyone who saw the diet version of the review on the Ultimate Collectors channel knows, as I promised, this is a full fat Big Mac Royale with cheese review that I've been telling you I'm going to do for the last couple of days. So here it is. The figure you can see is a Carlito Brigante from Carlito's Way. I'll just scan away first, show you the setup. Gotta say, feels good to be back reviewing. Got away from the drama videos and the other things that's been going on lately. I've put some time in on the Ultimate Collectors channel. Now I'm back on Clipper King channel doing a new review. Just this is kind of what keeps me going, really. I do enjoy working on the Ultimate Collectors. I do like the idea behind it, and also the chance it gives other people to jump on a ready-made channel that's already got a lot of subscribers, because we all know building these channels can be a bit of a nightmare. But like I said, got the figure posed up. I'm going to go into everything that you need to know. This is the like I said, the full review. I'm going to score it up. It will be put onto Sideshow Freaks, it will be put onto Facebook, and obviously I'll link it to some other videos just to get it seen, really. So yeah, first off, like I said on the other review, I've got to say a massive thank you to Wyman and his good lady wife Maggie at 16 Brews, the English online store. Looked after me with this figure, got me out really fast. Like I said on the other review, a lot of people were a little bit pissed off that they'd not got there the same day as me, but like I said, I bought it early from him, and then I pestered him like fucking mad. So sorry for that, Wyman, but when I know a figure's out, you know I've got to have it in hand. So like I said, respect to him. I'm not going to go into the price on this one when I do the value, because that's between me and the 16 Bros gang. But like I say, I'm going to say what you can get the figure for and what I think the value is. So let's rattle straight on to the review. I'm going to start off, because you can see it in the background, with the packaging. So what I'm going to do is I'll explain this pose, because next time you see it won't be in this pose. I've pretty much gone for him with the shades on, cold-blooded killer. You can see his gun pointing straight down, and in my mind he's had enough of a lean fucking rattle come to set him up, knocked him to the floor, and he's just about to fucking, as you can see and all, look at that pistol there. It's firing a shot off. Fucking it's barrel shot back, just firing a shot off, squeezing trigger. Focus, you little bitch. That's it. Look at that, just firing a shot off. Beautiful. Like I said, cold-blooded killer, reverting back to his old days. In this moment of madness, he's not trying to go straight. He's trying to fuck somebody up, and that's the pose I've gone for. See, hand in pocket, just pushing the side of his trench coat back, just so you can see a bit of the awesome tailoring on it. Yeah, I've got his glasses on. Now, I'm not even going to try and take his glasses off one-hander, because as you can see, they're delicate, and you know I don't want to wreck them. So in the other poses, he won't have the glasses on. I'll mix and match it up. I want to show you everything. Also, I will say there'll be a cutaway in this review where I'm downstairs. Somebody asked me how I go about steaming clothes. I will show that. I've showed it before on the Ezio modification, but I will show you on this, because he has got to change his shirt and I will be putting it on. So yeah, that's the first pose. Like I said, someone on ground, he's just popping a cap in his ass. So I'll get him out of the way and we'll talk about the packaging. Right, the packaging. I'm going to score it up. I know a lot of people don't like the packaging section, and I do read a lot of people on Sideshow Freaks do think it's a waste of time. But I just think some people might only buy one figure a year, and they want something that sort of represents value or shows something that where the money's actually gone. I know the flusher collectors sort of take the boxes out, rip them up or whatever, put them to one side and never see them again. But like I say, I'm reviewing this for everybody. So if you're wanting to spend £130 on a figure, would it come and you'd be able to see where your money's gone? With a package like this, I would say definitely yes. And I've got to say, it's outstanding for me, because I always like the poster shot or the DVD cover or the most recognisable shot from the film, and that's what you get with this one for Blitzway. Not overcrowded with wording, obviously company name up at top. And I said the nice poster shot, really good quality cardboard. You've got the black on black, but sort of the, see where the light catches the glossed. Brian De Palma film, Carlito's Way, Blitzway 1/6 scale collectible, Carlito Brigante, obviously his name in the film, and it's a limited edition. So it's got a magnet side, as you can see. Open and close, really nice. Say the graphics again on that side, and it opens up sort of like that. Just to show you the top, does say, I don't know if I'm going to catch that, Escape to Paradise, which is on the poster when he's in the train station where he dies at the end. So yeah, really good. Only thing I'm not too keen on with the box is it opens along the top hinge, so you can see, oh, excuse me, so you can see the more you open and close it, you're going to get a sort of divide in the card. So like I said, once that I've done this review, this will go on my pallet at work, and the box will never see light of day until I come to sell this figure, if I ever do. Inside got the brown, the wording, like I said, I've took the innards out. So what I'm going to show you is how it comes inside. As you open the box, you're sort of greeted with this, and it's a really fine plastic sheeting, you can see in here, and then it's just a classy looking 20th anniversary limited edition. I didn't actually realise that Carlito's Way were out 20 years ago, which makes me feel very old, because I can remember going to see this at pictures about 3 times when it first come out. So yeah, it really takes me back. I'm starting to feel every day the 38 years that I am. So like I said, that's the first thing that greets you. Just a little touch of class. Nice addition. Then the figure's housed all in this foam tray. See, fits it really nice. I've seen all this before, but like I say, Hot Toys are sticking pretty much on the standard figures, or the figures around this price, with the plastic trays. Blitzway got foam. I do like the foam. I just like them to make sure that the paint's dry on the figure before they go into the foam, because obviously the foam's going to soak up some of the paint, but it hasn't done on this figure. So yeah, do like the foam trays. Underneath that you get the multi-move stand. That's the instructions, excuse me, it's the instructions for that. I did have a quick look through it. Like I said, that meets you before you start building the stand. And then you get the accessories tray. It is a clear plastic clam. And then I just wanted to show you, like I said before, this is sort of a felt feeling flock tray. It's not the cheap feeling plastic that Hot Toys and Enterbay seem to use. So another nice touch from Blitzway. So I'll just say, the money you spend before you even get to the figure, it does seem worthwhile to you, because like I say, you've got a very nice package, and I think that does make a difference to some people, but not to others. But I do like it, and I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. Moving on to source material. Another category people always say, why do you include source material? Well, it's an important one for me, really. And the reason for it is, I'm always going to favour a figure that comes from a film that I love. The nostalgia feel of it. If it's from a film, sort of an iconic film, or a film I've watched many times, for example, obviously Carlito's Way, Scarface, The Godfather, the Rambo films, the Rocky films, I'd include Muhammad Ali in that, then it's something that I crave after, what I would class an holy grail figure. It's not, it wouldn't need to be the best figure in the world, but it would have to come from a source material that I really loved. Now, if I compare Carlito's Way to something like The Avengers, I enjoyed The Avengers, no doubt about it, probably my favourite film of last year, but will I be watching The Avengers in 20 years' time? Probably not. Did I buy Carlito's Way on Blu-ray this week? Yeah. Am I going to watch it? Of course I'm going to watch it. And that's why I include source material. So it's going to be no shock to tell you that I've given it a 5 out of 5. And before the end of this review, I will show him stood with Scarface and The Godfather. I'll just pull away and show you the display I've got going on there. My cousin actually bought me these backdrops. They're like... they kind of look like an oil painting type thing, but they're not. They're just sort of movie cards. And you actually buy them in Meadow Hall. You get 4, I think, for £20, and they're quite nice. And when I do give this cupboard, these cabinets a clean and that. I'm going to put some around because I've actually got one at Joker and one at Bruce Lee as well, so I'm going to get them stuck up on back at things. I think they'll be nice on the displays. But anyway, since I've already scored it, I'll just tell you the pose. It's a normal pose I would normally go for, sort of looking down the arm, looking down the gun. Got yourself balanced, pretty nice. Got the other arm out. So he got his feet balancing him. Not dissimilar to the Terminator one I've gone for at the moment, as you see. Obviously with Terminator I've gone with flower box. The feet sort of as if he's rotating. So like I say, you can see the similarities in that and that. So yeah, one I always like. And to be honest, I like it because figures sometimes, the shoulders, they're a little bit too low. If you look at a human shoulder, it sort of runs at a parallel sort of to your chin sort of thing. And I like to see if it's got a natural flow. So this is a pose I would always go for, something like that. And I do like it. And also, it's good because the camera will sometimes zoom onto the gun, depending how I move, or sometimes onto the face. Now this camera is quite clever because it knows once a face is in shot, it will go to it. Now if I go to the gun alone, it should pick the gun up. See? But then if I were to move down, see, it zooms straight to Pacino down on the Scarface one, and then once the shot of that face goes in, it'll zoom to that. So yeah, I do like what the camera does. So yeah, that's your second pose. Again, you see the tailoring. I'll show you this now because I'm going to do the outfit. I'm going to do the likeness, then the outfit. But I will be changing the outfit before I change. So have a good look at the coat because I will be talking about it, but it won't be posed in the coat. So yeah. So like I said, anyway, the source material, I've given it a 5 out of 5. Moving on to the facial likeness. It's not going to surprise you that I love it. I think it's better than the Blitzway Scarface that came out, although I will say I know we're an hypocrite on that figure because when it came out, if you watch my review again, I raved about that figure and I did honestly think that it was an awesome Al Pacino. I just preferred the Enter Bay ones when they came out, but this one I keep looking around it and I keep thinking, am I going to find flaws with it? Is the novelty going to wear off? Now I've got to say, I'm really happy with it. And I've got to say respect to Arnie Kim on this because he seems to flip from one company to another. I don't know if he's freelance or how it works, but you can never say that any of his work's ever bad, or I can't find any anyway. I think he did the Christopher Reeves. I think he did the Smiling Bruce for Hot Toys. I know he's done a lot of work for Enter Bay, and you've got to respect the man. I just think everything about this, the eyes, the facial hair, the nose, the hair sculpt, everything about it. I'm trying to get it close. I could get it close if I wanted. I just, we're going to be dealing with shadows if I get too close. Try and get it from every angle. I just think it's Al Pacino through and through. Some might not like it, but we don't all see the same things. Some will find faults, but like I say, if you don't like it that much, don't buy it. But don't try and put other people off it. Like I say, when I do my reviews, I basically review for myself first, and then if people want to agree or disagree, then that's down to them. But yeah, I love it. Morris actually told me today via Skype that Arnie Kim had actually watched me diet version of the review and left me a comment. So I was buzzing when he told me that because I thought the sculptor's now watched one of my reviews on his figure and you can't help but buzz. He left me a good comment. I actually put thanks and I thought, I never even realised it was Morris who told me who we were. I didn't recognise his YouTube channel name, so yeah, I'm buzzing. I hope he does watch this review and I hope he prefers this review. So anyway, looking down the figures, you can see I've took the jacket off. So this will be a good opportunity actually to start doing outfit as well. Because I've took the big jacket off. I will say, because I'm looking at it through the viewfinder and I'm looking at it with my own eyes, the waistcoat always looks bluer than it really is. It is actually a charcoal colour. just a slightly different shade to his shirt. But I don't know if it's the light of the camera. I've noticed this with other figures before. But it is a charcoal colour waistcoat, but it always comes off like a royal blue sort of thing, but I don't know why. But you can see the material's awesome on it. Really good tailoring. You can slightly see the press stud down that side and down here. When the coat's on, it's not a problem. Got the leather belt. The pose I've got him with his flick knife art, as if he's basically saying, right, what do you want? Money or blade? Or try and take me money and you get blade as well. That's the pose I've gone for. Again, pretty upright. You're probably thinking the way I'm raving about this figure is going to be one of them perfect figures. It's not the case. There's a couple of things, 2 things in particular, that majorly piss me off with it, and I'll get round to it. You've probably worked one of them out actually, but I will get onto them. And also I'm going to give you a little bit of advice, because I've already broke an Ampeg. So I'm just trying to show you around. I'm going to go back and score the likeness. I just want to show you tailoring. Look at that. It's as if it's tailored to this body size. Looking awesome. If you went to a tailor and you bought that waistcoat yourself, you'd be buzzing, because you have a fitted waistcoat, and that's what that's like. The tie's classy, quality, although that crease there pissing me off, and it's just how it's been boxed. I will get that crease out, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how I steam. Just to come round as well, got the bracelet. I don't want to show you the bracelet as well, because, see if we can get close, because it does say Carlito on his bracelet. And while we're in this position, I will show you that the knife will fully close. See, knife's in. So yeah, that's the next pose I've gone for. Getting back to score the head sculpt. If we all sing along with the champ on 3, we'll count back and see if you can guess what I'm going to say out of 5. 3, 2, 1. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. You all knew it. It's no shock. So, like I said, basically started the talk about the outfit, which I'm going to move on to next. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut away from here. Next, I'll be downstairs with the spare shirt. Right guys, we're downstairs in kitchen. Sorry, lighting's not best. It is night time. We have these stupid fucking spotlight things, so your kitchen's pretty much in darkness. I'm just going to try and do this with the camera. Right, what I do, people, or I've been asked before, how do I steam the clothes? When they're packaged, they've normally been packaged for a couple of weeks. So the clothing has been sort of twisted into the position. Now this shirt has been folded in a little packet inside the box. It's a change, obviously it's a change of top. So what you would get is, if you were to put that straight on, you're going to keep that crease in there. There's going to be creases on arms, down at back. So what I do, obviously I don't want to take a steam iron to it, because a steam iron might burn it, and that's the last thing I want to do. I will just say this material's nice because the pinstripe is sort of really fine, sort of see-through material. So if we can steam iron, it'd go through that like a knife through butter. So what I do is click kettle on, let it boil, and while it's boiling, the creased parts I put over the nozzle and let the steam go to the bits that are really creased. And then while it's warm and the steam's on it, I pull it back into shape. It can be hard to do one-handed, but what I do is, so I'm like ironing it, basically steam ironing it without any contact on it. All that's touching the shirt is the steam. So that's how I do it. Keep clicking kettle on, put the really creased part of it spout. Obviously don't burn your hands like I nearly just did. And then while it's, like say, there were crease across there a minute ago. Now it's gone. The one at sleeve as well. It's still there a bit. On there, let steam get to it, get nice and hot, and then just pull creases out of it. And that, brothers, is how I do it. So I'm going to do a rest of the shirt, take it upstairs, get it changed. Should look crisp and clean, nice and sharp, and get his chain on, get him reposed. So that's how you get your clothes looking crisp and clean. Just a little interlude, couple of little tips for you. When you're changing this figure, obviously he's got a necktie on, yeah, and you don't want to have to fuck about with a tie on that scale. So best thing to do, I don't know why this figure does this, but, or this might just be mine. Pull the head off. That's obviously the inner part of the head, but it comes off really nice and easy. Take the head off, stand the collar up, take the tie off like that. Right, so you never need to fuck about with that knot. Easy, make it easy for yourself. Another tip, and this is a definite if you want to avoid broken peg syndrome. You know, sometimes you get them figures and they're really the soft rubbery feeling hands and the pegs go in really nice and easy. Well, this isn't one of them. This is one of them with the hard hands. You normally find that it's the better sculpted hands they do in the harder plastic. Listen. So I tried to pull it out as if it was a soft one, fucked it up. So just want to show you this little tip for you. I'll just set up so you can see my hands. Right, what I do is, if that's the case, I get an hand, get a pair of tweezers, I hope you can see this, I push one side of the tweezer into the hand, you see, like that, and I do a couple of little rotations, because what it then does, it takes the burrs off the hands, makes the hole a little bit bigger, so that it will go on no problem. Little tip for you that. Use it if you want. Like I say, won't fall off because I haven't made it that big, but it also won't snap that tiny little flimsy peg, which I've already done, and you only get one spare peg on this figure. So a little interlude, couple of little tips. Right, so I've got him changed, got his chain on. I'll try and show you that nice and close. Zoom in. Might not, because it might go to the button. Oh, there we go. So that's the shirt, so you can just see the press stud a little bit, and there as well. I've put him with his glasses on. Obviously now you can see his watch, and also his bracelet on that. Just going with bottle, completely changed, not put his coat back on. Pretty easy to change, gotta say. I don't think I'd pose him in that shirt, if I'm honest, because I prefer the other one with the waistcoat and the shirt and tie. Just think it looks more looking gangsterish. Looks a little bit underdressed like that, but I wanted to show you everything for the outfit. What I will say is all the materials they use are top quality. If I just put a little pause in, well, I'll tell you this, and then I'll get his coat, show you the inside of the coat. Yeah, all of the materials they use are top quality. His shoes are sculpted and they do look like the correct shoe and size. Sometimes, I don't know why companies oversize them. Enter-based shoes are pretty poor. Hot Toys can never get a consistent size. But I think Blitzway, they've got it right on the two figures that they've done so far. The trousers are just flared enough, but not too much. Yeah, nice. Like I say, I think the shirt is a good option, but I think the majority of people will go with waistcoat and shirt and tie. But it is there if you want it. If you want to do the bathroom scene or the pool hall scene, whatever, I think that is the shirt he wears. So yeah, really nice. Just put a short cut in there and I'll bring the other clothes in. Obviously, the eye-catching piece is the coat. Like I said, the scale is amazing. It's lined and the lining has got a pattern running through it as well. It's not just cheap satin thrown on the inside. It's really well done. Like I say, just fits him bang on. It's like tailored to that body. So that's a nice piece. The other shirt is really well tailored and fits nice. The buttons are nice. They don't feel like they're going to fall off like Hot Toys ones sometimes do. The shirt also feels like it's got a satin line. So again, really good materials. The waistcoat that I showed you, again, awesome fit. If you wanted some gangster clothes for a custom, then these would be the ones to go for if you don't intend on getting this figure. Then the press stud's a little bit big, but not at least they've coloured them. They're not silver, so they're really, you know, so they're really obvious. So yeah, the outfit, again, it is pretty much a gangster suit, but I'm still going to give it a 5 out of 5. We'll just mention as well, the glasses, another little tip might be, before you try putting the glasses on him, just put a pin or a needle into the holes on the air where they go, and just work the pin in first. That way you're not trying to push the glasses through any overspill paint and risk breaking these glasses, because they are proper fragile, and I would think trying to get another pair of them on eBay would be a proper bastard. So just think about making the holes or clearing the holes out before you push the glasses in. That's just a tip, take it or leave it. Right, first things first, when it comes to articulation. Remember at the start of the review I told you a couple of things that majorly pissed me off with this figure? Well, I'll cover them now. Firstly, it's the same body as the Blitzway Scarface. Obvious choice, same actor, they're going to use the same scale. It's a nice rubbery chest. Ab crunched here, obviously we're not going to see it because of the shirt. Moves really nice, feels quality, got a ratchety tight movement on the legs. It's closer to an Entebbe body, if I'm honest, than it is an Hot Toys body, so that's from experience. Double ball jointed neck, obviously that bit stays inside the head, but it will move around, gear good head articulation. So the two things that piss me off, why oh why only have a 90-degree bend on the fucking elbow on a figure that's covered by a shirt and a coat? It just fucks it up really, and it pisses me off at this day and age. If I want to put his gun up by his head like that, it's never going to go, because his rotation is wrong, it's not natural. I would have to have his arm up like that. It just does me nutting. Why couldn't that be a double jointed elbow? We're never going to see it. You know what I mean? So that's the first thing that pisses me off with this figure. I thought that Blitzway would have looked at the Scarface and found that the only thing wrong with it really body wise was that elbow, but they've gone and done it again. So I don't see no advancement in that body in that. Second thing, and it's obvious and you've probably noticed it without me even telling you, you only get one left hand and that's it. So it limits your poses, because he can't hold no other than the money really. It's not an aggressive look, it's relaxed, you can basically tuck it in his pocket. It's not wide open spread as if he's balancing himself when he's got his gun. It's not a fist, it can't hold a cigar, it can't hold the bottle. It's pretty much fucking useless. So you either look for a skin match and buy a couple of hands so you can do something with the left hand, or you constantly leave that on. And it struck me when I realised that there were only one spare hand peg, and I thought, why are they only giving you one? And the reason is, you never need to change the left one, because there's nothing to change it to. So, a bit of a downer on that. But I'll put a pause in, and I'll go on to the pose and tell you my overall thoughts on the articulation. So now I've told you the problems with the articulation. What is it like overall? Well, you can get it in cool poses, but nothing too extreme. As you can see, I've got him sort of walking here. His legs will do everything a true tight will. Like I said, the only restrictions are the elbows really. The torso moves well, the head, neck move well. The arms, the shoulder section of the arm, it's just I can't understand why it's not a double jointed elbow. But you can get him in some cool poses. So, I don't know, it's a funny one. See, I would give it like just the average, but because I can't see why they can't give you the double jointed elbow, because it's covered anyway, it just pisses me off a little bit, and it sort of, it hinders what's basically an all-round perfect figure. So I hope actually that Blitzway see this review, and if I mark it down as a 2, I hope the next one they release does come with double jointed elbows. So I'm just going to give it a 2 out of 5. But like I said, I think that is an awesome pose. Just sort of pulling his coat off to one side, pulling his gun out from a safe place. He's looking fresh as fuck and awesome as fuck and all. Look at that. Jesus, why do I do these things for you, brothers? I don't know. Yeah. Stick with me. I'm going to roll on to extras. Moving on to extras, or accessories. Just show you the figure first. Just got him kind of like the seen when he's in the bathroom. I would have probably need to put his shades on, but sort of how he's got the gun. So yeah, that just sort of resembles that. I basically wanted him stood at the back, away from the stand, because I do want to show you the stand, because it's the first time I've seen a stand like this. So I'll quickly cover what he comes with. Obviously, the figure itself and the outfit that he's wearing. The black pistol, nice, but the eye-catching one is certainly the nickel-plated one. Like I said, both guns do cork, clip comes out, one's got a trigger out, one's got trigger in. That one's got a safety catch, but that safety catch is very delicate. In fact, I think I might even glue that in place, and the hammer moves as well. One spare wrist peg, of which I have already broke. The necklace, the sunglasses, take care of putting them on. The relaxed right hand, the blade, which is functional, and the right hand for holding the blade, the bottle, and the right hand for holding the bottle, the money. I've seen a lot of figures that come with money, and I've got to say, this is the first time I've seen them actually used glossed. It's a glossy dollar bill or $100 bill now. It's always been sort of newspaper style paper, but this is like a glossy paper. I don't think that it's catching light very well, but it is. So yeah, again, quality from Blitzway. It is, they all printed, different pictures on front and back. Spare shirt, which I like, but I don't think I'll be using. I prefer the shirt he's wearing, but it's a nice touch. The stand, which I will get to shortly, show you how that works. And I will say that the accessories are housed in these plastic packs, which I showed you. Just open like that, one that pulls up and the other side pulls up, and all the accessories are inside those, including the stand and the frame. So the stand, it's plastic, that's plastic, chrome plastic on the front. Like I said on the other review, I would have preferred if the drop away sections were black, just so the lettering stands out that touch more, but I do like it. It's a touch of class. The bottom, it has got a rubberized feel to it, so if I were to put it on top of this material and start trying to move it away, it would pull the material about. It does grip really well. On the back, you actually click. There's like one wire section that goes like that, another wire section here which clicks into that. These open and close. So if I show you, so you can have it like that, and it will change. They stay in that, and it moves, so you can sort of put the stand behind the leg. Now they attach in there. You push them into there, and then as you can see on top, I actually used the waist grab stand. Whoa, that pinged out. Now if you want to use the crutch grab section, you sort of nip it together and push it into there. You see, nip it together. It's hard to do this left-handed, boys. And it'll go like that, and then you adjust it sort of there. So like I say, unusual stand, but really nice, because it gives the illusion that he's standing and he's safe as well, and you can't see the wire behind his legs like you do. So if you're looking at Captain America front, you would see the sort of black tree trunk between his legs. The Blitzway one, you don't. So yeah, just another touch of class from Blitzway. So my thoughts on the extras are, what you get is nice. Some things are delicate, so be careful with those. Could it have come with anything else? Well, at this price point, £130, I think you get enough just about. But when you take into account the Scarface came in about that price, you got the massive chair with the Scarface, the Tony Montana chair, as you can see there. So could they give us something else? Also as well, you got the magnetic stand with the Tony Montana. So I don't know, I just get a feeling they could have given us something more than we got. Left hands, definitely, that's a no-brainer, and it pisses me off, and it's the reason I'm going to take scores off it. Possibly another head sculpt, an head sculpt sort of closer to the war version of Scarface from Enter Bay. Something a bit more pissed off, or a bit more madder, or whatever, a bit more dishevelled. I don't know if you want to say that, but they could have thrown that in. Costume wise, I think they pretty much covered it. Maybe a brickwork backdrop so you could reenact the scene where he's in the bathroom, but maybe they could have chucked one more good extra in. But because of the lack of the left hands more than anything, I'm only going to give the extras a 3 out of 5. Right, rolling on to value, and I'll probably do the overall score here as well. £130 this in England, which I think is about right price. These figures all should be around about this price. I know some are looking at buying Joker over the last couple of weeks, and it's like £300 to get that to England. No fucking way am I buying a figure at £300. I'll wait for it to come down, or I'll not get it at all. Bane is around £200 to get it to England. I'm not paying £200 for a Bane figure. I don't like Bane enough to spend £200 on him. This figure, like I say, £130, and to me, I prefer Carlito's way to the Dark Knight Rises anyway, or the Dark Knight. So for £130, I'm always going to rip somebody's hand off. I think you're getting a really nice figure for your money. If you're into the classic films, then you probably want it anyway, so I'm not telling you no, you don't know. So I think the value is really good. It could have done with either one more major extra or 2 more little bits and bobs, some left hands, but like I say, it were a necessity for me because I'm a gangster film fan and I wanted it in a setup with them guys. I have also got another head sculpt coming, which will be another addition to this shelf, and if it's as good as it looks, it could be badass. So that's the setup. As you can see, got the Carlito, the Godfather, the Respect Scarface, the War Scarface, got them all together, right nice. So I'm loving that. I'm loving the fact that Blitzway are doing licenses that the other companies aren't touching. So respect them on that. Hopefully one day they'll get round to a Goodfellas or Casino, or maybe even go back and do a Michael Corleone. Joe Pesci would be nice from Casino, or maybe a Raging Bull figure. I don't know. Just stay with classics. Fuck the superhero films. We're getting enough of them. They're killing them too much. They are good figures, but like I say, I think these figures will all stand test of time, where I don't know if a lot of the superhero films will. So overall, I've given it a 30 out of possible 35. I think this is a nice long review. I'm going to get it uploaded. Hope you like it. Please subscribe, please comment. Don't forget to jump across and have a look at the Ultimate Collectors channel. There is a shorter review if this one's too long for you. Go and have a look at that. Like I say, there's no poses, just one pose, and just my basic thoughts on it. This one I've gone more into depth. I hope you've enjoyed it. Now I'm going to go and get it cut and uploaded, and I'll just say this is a Clipper King, and I'm out of here. I will also say before I go, I made a bit of an impulse buy this week, and I ordered this and the Clubber line, and I've got to say, for a 7-inch figure from NECA, I'm buzzing about it. I don't know if it's brought out big kid in me or what it is, but I just think they're really good representations of the Rocky films. And like I say, I've seen a few reviews on them, and I had a look. I thought, oh fuck it, for price I'm going to pick it up and have a look. I want to get a few of them, get them posed, might even do a little display. I know it's not really what we're all into, but I just couldn't believe that NECA had sort of pulled off what they showed us. And so I've received the Rocky today. The Clubber's in post, so yeah, I just thought I might put it on the end of this review. But yeah, it's good. For you Rocky fans, don't be scared to pick these up. They're only about 10, 12 quid. So yeah, I'm out of here.